Hi, it's Dave Diegelman with Equity Real Estate. Welcome to our January 2025 market report for real estate in Southern Utah. Let's jump into the numbers. It seems so strange to say 2025 right now, but anyway, that's what it is. So let's look at the number of listings that we have on the sold listings. And we have 307 for the month closing out of December, whereas last year at the month of January we had 287, so very stable. If we look at the active listings on top of that, currently we have 1,453 active listings in Washington County. Last year we had 1,179, so there's definitely an inventory buildup that's going on right now. And let's look at listing prices. These are on the sold prices. So listing prices jump all over the place and they don't designate houses going up or down. It's just where the average price sold. So the average house closed at $509,000 at the end of December 2024, whereas last year in January it was $542,000. So it's not that prices are going down because they're fairly stable over the year. It's just that there was more inventory sold in lower ranges there. Absorption rate in month, this is how many months worth of inventory we have versus the sales we have. Currently it's 4.36. And last year it was 3.72. So again, there's a little bit of an inventory buildup that you'll see there. Sold to list ratio right now 95.8. Last year it was 95.7. So almost identical on that. Days on the market. We currently were at 78.4 days on the market for an average house. Last year it was 75.4, so very, very stable there also. The price volume, this is how many millions of dollars worth of inventory we sell on a monthly basis. So December closed out at 183,616 and some change. And last year, January closed out at 206,651 and some change. So we do have a slight decrease on that, but again, January usually is a pickup month anyway, so we're not there yet. So we'll see what happens. Let's look at the numbers down below in the categories. You can see that we had a decrease right here in the 200 to 249 market and 24% decrease. And that's basically due to we don't have a lot of inventory in that price range. Same with 250 to 299, not a lot of inventory. 3 to 350, not a lot of inventory. 350 to 400, we had an increase of 19.1% with some significant numbers. The next category, 4 to 449, we had a drop of 6.9%. I suspect that's because we don't have a ton of inventory there. And then 450 to 500, we had a 6.2% drop. Again, I kind of suspect the same. And then moving into our biggest category that we have, it's 500 to 750. We had a 5.9% increase in sales in that category. And then 750 to a million, we had 12.3% increase in sales. 1 to 2 million, 25.7% increase in sales. And I had kind of talked about this throughout the last year and a half. That was the market to get into, I thought, for flipping houses, because the lower end market just got so saturated and properties sold for so much compared to what it would cost to rehab them. And there's still an opportunity in that marketplace, in my opinion. Another significant increase that we have is the $2 million to $3 million range, as well as the $1 to $2 million range. There's not enough numbers to make this really significant, although we had 45 closings this year, which is up significantly from 32 closings of 2023. But we're seeing that grow. So we're seeing the market get stronger and stronger there. The 3 to 4 million, we don't have a lot of inventory turning in at that, but we're on a plus at 20 units versus 19 units for the year. And then the $5 million plus, we actually had 6 properties sell this year. So we have a 500% increase, because last year, 2023 speaking of, we only had 1. Again, that's not that significant because there's not enough units of inventory turning over. Active listings, you can see that our Largest number of active listings is 500 to 750,000, and then the next category that comes in is going to be the 750 to a million. Closely following that is the $1 to $2 million mark. So we certainly have a lot of inventory in those areas. And if you were looking, for example, to build a new house, most of that inventory that we have that's existing inventory is a way better deal than building new when you consider landscaping, window treatments, things like that that get put into homes. So, anyway, it's just kind of interesting how the numbers go. Now, I want to draw attention to our expanded report that we have a link on in the description below this video. This year, for the year end, we broke out every zip code in Washington County. So wherever you live, you're going to get a more accurate detail on your specific neighborhood. We don't have commentary on it. We just have the raw numbers, but that's kind of a really interesting thing to look at because it does vary deeply from one neighborhood to the next. Now, 2025 promises to be a phenomenal year, I think. We've got a lot of change coming in, new president coming in. We've got a ton of different activities coming into real estate. The one thing that we don't have, and this is talked about in my report, is we don't have favorable interest rates. We don't have favorable outlooks from the Fed because their last meeting in December really wasn't very encouraging, as they mentioned that they were only looking at one price deduction for 2025. We'll see if any of that changes, but the market sure hit hard with that, so interest rates went up a little bit from that. But as always recommend that you marry the house and date the rate, because you can always refinance down the road. And if you need more information on that, I've got lenders that I can refer you to that can get into the details of that. So if you do have any question, if you're interested in buying or selling real estate in Southern Utah, give me a call. My number is 435-703-4041. God bless you and have a remarkable 2025.